Since I know you're itching to get into the Hebrew text as quickly as possible, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that in Logos. I've got Logos open here. We are running version 7 with the bronze package. It's a bronze package that I originally got with version 6, upgraded to 7, so some of the modules, some of the resources may not match up to what you have. Hopefully we're close enough, and we will discover that as we progress further. I've got the ESV open to the side here. It's a familiar text, gives us a little bit of an anchor to let us know what we're looking at when we dive into the more alien world of the Hebrew text. So if you want to keep that open, great. I'm going to just open up the library, and I've got here in the search bar, if we have nothing, it would pull up everything. And nothing in the search bar, pull up all our resources. So if we just type in Hebrew, for example, it's going to bring up some of the resources that have Hebrew in their title, among them the Lexham Hebrew Bible. This is the default Hebrew Bible that is packaged with Logos, so you very likely have that one. And if you open that one up, you will notice we've got some marks here that we may or may not be familiar with. Some of them probably not. These, you should be familiar with the vowels and the consonants, but these other marks, like this one and this one, they're called cantillation marks, and they may be confusing to you. They indicate to the cantor or one reading in the synagogue certain things, certain intonations, certain lengthenings that you would be using if reading or really singing these texts in the synagogue. So you've really got two options. One is you can ignore them if you can get past them. If you can say, if I don't recognize it, I'm going to ignore it and move on. That's one option. The other option is you may want to look at one of the other resources. You may have, for instance, the Anderson Forbes Analyzed Text, which if you do, great. It does not have the cantillation marks. It is just the consonants and vowels, and so a little bit less visual clutter to deal with. And so that's the one that I'll primarily be using in class, just for the sake of clarity. But in looking at this, I wanted to walk you through how do these consonants and vowels work together to form sounds, words, sentences, etc. And so I'm going to pronounce for you this first sentence of the Hebrew Bible, Genesis 1:1, or I should say Bereshit 1:1, as the book is called in Hebrew. I make no claim to giving you the most refined Hebrew pronunciation. There's probably a lot of nuance, a lot of more refinement that I could develop in this, and so I apologize for that, but at the same time, I think my pronunciation is passable enough that it won't get you laughed out of the synagogue if you do choose to pronounce it this way. So to begin with, Bereshit. That's the first word here. We've got the bait with the dagesh in it, so we've got that b sound. We're going to go down below that. That schwa is a very short sound, almost undetectable, but so that's going to be be. Resh with the tsere, followed by the silent aleph, re. Then our final syllable is the sheen, followed by the hirik yod and the tav. Bereshit. The next word, bara. Bait with a comets, resh with a comets, and then the aleph. Bereshit bara. Elohim. Aleph with a hatef segol, that short e sound, followed by a lamed with a holam. Lohim. Elohim. Et Hashemayim. This is a dagesh forte. This is not a begad kafat letter, and so that is going to be a doubling dot. So that is Hashemayim. Va'et haaretz. That was our final tzade here. Bereshit bara Elohim et Hashemayim va'et haaretz. And there's the first sentence of the Hebrew Bible. Practice.